I'm Jennifer Bellamy. We are following breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter.
That Atlanta police shot this rapper.
Can't no part, all you know is kick back, run, pull me back, get back, 911. Somebody son did die, we need police on dispatch. You be with me, they why is you mad? Come and get your bag, everything's on, I'll be.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
It's sad news to know, man, you can lose your life on your birthday. Well, unfortunately, that was the case for Kenneth Bailey, born March 28th, 1986, also known by his rap stage name as Young Scooter. He was an American rapper from Atlanta, Georgia. Some say he's best friends with the Atlanta rapper Future. He's also a part of his label.
I was just saying, I was just listening to Hard to Handle in the I was about to say the studio, in the gym, literally yesterday when it happened. You feel me? Not when it happened, but like yesterday, and then it happened later on. You feel me? And I used to have Young Scooter on all them Young Thug songs too.
Free bands in 2012. The following year, he signed with Waka Flocka Flame's Brick Squad Monopoly, an imprint on Gucci Mane's 1017 Records. He gained national recognition for his collaboration with rappers, as well as his mixtape with Street Lottery in 2012 with the lead single, Columbia. The song did so well and managed to have a remix with Birdman, Rick Ross, and Gucci Mane.
Mexico, pushing bricks from the east to the west coast.
His guest appearance on Future and Juice WRLD song in 2018 made his first entry on the Billboard Hot 100.
I'm a Jill King, got $1 million worth of Eliante on everything. Having these rap be fake, I know.
Like Young Scooter verse, he referenced to himself as the Jug King. Some reference to Young Scooter as the real Atlanta. Nowadays, Young Scooter seldomly raps. He embraced being a father and scouting talent. Now, Young Scooter was born in Walterboro, South Carolina, but when he was 9, his family moved to the Kirkwood community, aka Little Mexico of Atlanta, Georgia. In 2008, after he was charged with drug trafficking, he decided to start pursuing the rap career with his childhood friend and Atlanta rapper, Future. He was arrested for probation violation during a traffic stop in DeKalb County in Georgia on April 8, 2013. He shared a jail cell with frequent collaborator Gucci Mane, who was arrested for probation violation on April 12, 2013. Young Scooter spent 6 months in custody before being released in mid-October 2013. On March 2, 2015, Young Scooter was released off probation, and his career would take off.
Jug with the gang, come eat with the gang. You'll get your head bust for a watch and a chain.
And Young Scooter beat the odds, and he noticed that even 10 years ago. In an hour-plus interview he did with Vlad TV, he talked about having over 20 friends died in the streets. Check out that one segment of that hour-plus interview.
In the song 80s Baby, you said that your daddy is a user.
Oh yeah, that's how I grew up, man.
So that's true? That wasn't just a song?
Yeah, that's true. Everything about it true. You see what it say? Crack baby, man. You see what that say? If my daddy smoked dope, that make you a crack baby. So that's it. You gotta just listen to all my music, like 80s Baby is seriously. Like a lot of folks wonder, like, man, what is he talking about? But it's real.
What do you think was the most difficult thing growing up and having your dad use?
I don't really know because I ain't never had one, so I really couldn't tell you. Like, I just go with the flow, but I just know it's hard. Like, you ain't gonna make it too far. Like, you'll be in trouble. Like, some kids really don't, but like, the majority, like 90% out of 100, most of them gonna be locked up or just hustling. Without no daddy, that's all you got, because you're gonna be out there wandering in the streets. Every boy love their mama, but like they want their daddy around, but if he ain't, then you know you all out. You just TTG, you just train to go. You just do anything. But fortunately for me, I ain't never had no daddy, so I just did anything anyway.
Like how often would you see your father, you know, when you were young?
In the period, I ain't really seen him, about once or twice a year. I've been going years without seeing my daddy, so you know what I'm saying? I don't even dwell on that. I just keep working.
I feel you. So I mean, growing up in this type of environment, like how old were you when you first started getting involved in street business?
About 13, 14 years old.
13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember what got you into it initially?
Nah, just being around and living in that atmosphere. Like when you living in the streets and you can't move out the hood, then that's all you know. Then that's what it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be like, I wish I could play football or basketball. Like I wish that's the route I would have took, than the streets and do this. But you know what I'm saying? God do everything for a reason. I'm still breathing, so.
Sadly, just 10 years after that interview downtown Atlanta, which happens to be just blocks away from State Farm Arena, where the Sweet 16 of the NCAA college basketball tournament was underway, Atlanta police around 6:45 got a disturbance of domestic violence. Apparently, young Scooter, 39 years old, was one of two suspects they were pursuing after a call. The caller also mentioned that weapons were involved. Young Scooter and the other suspect ran from the home on William Nye Drive. APD say one suspect returned to the house, but young Scooter continued to run. And it was while he was running from the police, he had jumped two sets of fences, that somehow he injured his leg. He was rushed to Grady where he died. The GBI-GA has been requested to investigate. Atlanta police officers said no officers fired their weapons during the pursuit of young Scooter, but it was initially reported that he broke a bone in his leg. But I guess we'll only find out once they release the autopsy.
I'm Jennifer Bellamy. We are following breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta, where just minutes ago, Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing we want to set straight here, the lieutenant over homicide with Atlanta police saying they did not, in fact, shoot young Scooter. They say there were no shots fired during this ordeal tonight on William Nye Drive. I believe we have a live look at that scene right now. What Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were two male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped two fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are reports coming in from across the country tonight that Atlanta police shot this rapper, they say that is in fact not true, and the GBI has been requested to that scene that you're looking at, William Nye Drive, to give a third-party investigation. But again, to walk you through, there's a lot of confusion tonight with this story. APD responded to that home involving a weapons dispute. At some point, they got a report shots were fired, and again, a woman might have been taken in the home when officers got there. They did not find that. They say those two men ran from the home. One returned to that house. The other one, who was Young Scooter, again, jumped two fences, and during that run over those fences, he fell, and what we heard originally was fractured or broke his femur. He was rushed to Grady, where he died there in the ER. So again, a lot to still uncover on this situation, but Atlanta police wanted to make it very clear tonight. They are saying their officers did not fire a weapon, and that Young Scooter died as he was fleeing from that scene on William Nye Drive. Of course, for his family, a heartbreaking situation and a very active investigation going on out there, not only with Atlanta police, but also with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They will do an independent investigation and release those findings in the coming weeks or months. But Jennifer, a busy night in Atlanta, and of course, this news hitting the industry, music industry, very hard as news is spreading across the country about Young Scooter's death.
Now, of course, you can expect an update soon, like why Young Scooter was there, who exactly called 911, and why they had to brandish firearms on his birthday. Nonetheless, very unfortunate that he lost his life. And if what Atlanta police is saying is true, the fact he lost his life running from authorities.
And all this being on his birthday is even crazier. Like, you going through all this on your birthday? Like, like, what's going on?
Due to a bone injury is even more crazier. I'm sending 11 prayers to his family. Once again, rest in peace to Young Scooter. Family, this was the story of an Atlanta rapper who lost his life on his birthday, man. after authorities got a call of a disturbance at a local Atlanta home where he was one of 2 suspects who ran away, and unfortunately, he lost his life in the process.
I'ma fuck with you. Can't no part, all you know is kick back, run up on me, back, get back, 911. Somebody's son did die, we need police on dispatch. You be with me, nigga, why is you mad? Come and get your bag, everything's on, I be